So good morning. So today we're going to do a short sequence which is going to help you if you have an issue with your lower back. So this can happen if you're sitting in a car for a long time, or just sitting in a chair and slumping and the shoulders roll forward when we're working, or just a weakness. You may have had an injury there. So this is a gentle sequence, very effective though for getting some flexibility into your lower back but also strengthening it. We need to do both. So start by lying on your mat and just have the feet so they're underneath the knees. Take your hands onto your lower belly. And as you breathe in, you feel your lower belly expand. And as you breathe out, just allow the lower back to melt down into the floor. So breathing in, the lower belly expands, and as you breathe out, feel your lower back settle. Nice and relaxed and gentle, keep going. Breathing in and breathing out, but your attention is at your lower belly. And as you breathe out, all the lower back muscles start to soften. Feel them melt into the support of the floor. It's going to be just doing this can help to relieve tightness and tension in your lower back, bringing the breath down into the lower part of your body. And then bend the knees onto your chest. So you're going to draw your thighs towards you. Take your hands on top, so cupping your hands over your kneecaps. Your tailbone is down. Take a breath in. Press your knees away from you. So you straighten the arms. This is as you breathe in. As you breathe out, gently draw the thighs towards you. Have the knees slightly apart. Breathe in. Push the knees away from you. Breathe out. Draw the thighs towards you. Take your time, slow everything down. Nice, slow, gentle breath. Exhaling, that's great. This feels really comforting for the lower back. Again, feel that settling of the back on your mat. Let's do 3 more. Lovely, lovely. And then just pause and take your feet back onto your mat and walk the feet out to the sides of your mat so that the outer edges of your feet are in line with your mat. So if you were to lift your head and look up, you would see that your knees are further in than your ankles. So you look a bit like windscreen wipers. Take the arms out to the sides, palms facing upwards, and just move your shoulders away from your ears, so there's nice space between the earlobes and the shoulders. The chin is tucked in. If you need to, pop a block underneath the back of your head. If you feel your chin is jutting up, then pop a block underneath your head. Okay, take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently draw the knees over to the right. Good. So if your lower back is feeling really tight and really uncomfortable, take a cushion and take it underneath the back of your, the side of your leg. Good. And breathe up and down the left side. Again, this is all about releasing. When we have issues with the lower back, we tend to want to tighten everything up. This is all about letting this lengthening happen up and down, in this case, Emily's left side. And you can stay here for as long as you like. I would say maybe 5 breaths, but up to maybe 10 is fine. Good. Now, the breath is important. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, you bring the knees back to the centre. Great. And then take another breath in and drop the knees over to the left. Good. So again, just breathing up and down, in this case, the right side of the body. And just watch the lengthening that's happening. You may feel it in your shoulder, you may feel it in your ribs or in your hip or even in your knee. Or you may feel it in your lower back. Again, if it's too intense, pop a support underneath that, in this case, the left knee. And that will take the pressure off, but allow you to get that feeling of lengthening. Great. Good. Let's take a couple more breaths, Emily. And then inhale, and on the exhalation, come back to the centre. Good, just bend your knees onto your chest again. Give yourself a nice big hug. Lovely. If it feels nice, just roll gently from side to side, just to massage into your lower back. It's quite nice to have the knees apart actually. That's better. Yeah. Good. Okay, take your feet onto your mat. So very often we have issues with our lower back if our abdominal muscles are a little bit weak. So I'm just going to show you a very gentle but a very effective way of strengthening those. So take your hands onto your lower belly again, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, press the back of your waist down onto the mat. So you actually, your feet stay on the floor, your bottom stays on the floor, you're just tilting the pelvis up, pressing the back of the waist down, so you're closing the gap. Breathe in and you feel it pop up again. Good, so Emily's just demonstrating this as she breathes out. She's pressing the back of the waist down. As she breathes in, it relaxes. Slow it down a little. Good. And then just rest. So that's a really good start to draw in the pelvic floor, draw in the abdominal muscles as you breathe out. That's the key here. So we can go taking this a little bit further if it feels okay for your lower back. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, press the back of the waist down and just hover your right foot above the floor. Hovering about 2 centimetres, that's perfect. Lovely. And so Emily's still working on pressing the back of her waist into the floor, but she's just adding a little bit more of a challenge now by lifting the right foot up. Good, take a breath in, well done. And release down. Just relax. Again, breathe in. As you breathe out, press the back of the waist down and just hover the left foot above the floor. Perfect. Breathing. Try not to tense up into the shoulders, it tends to want to kick in, we don't want the shoulders involved at all. And then take the left foot down and rest. And then you can, if you want to go a little bit further, you can take a breath in. You breathe out, you press the back of the waist down, you lift both feet, just hover the feet above the floor. Try not to grip into the neck and the shoulders. It's all working those lower abdominal muscles, the one closest to the spine actually. So they're very effective, but you're not hurting your neck or your shoulders by strengthening the abdomen. Good, and then release down. Well done. Bend the knees onto your chest. Lovely. And then roll over and lie onto your tummy. Very good. So just take one hand on top of the other and rest your forehead onto your hands. And again, breathe into the belly. I cannot emphasize enough how effective it is to use the diaphragm when you breathe. So as you breathe in, the belly expands, and as you breathe out, it draws back. Again, feel the relaxation across the lower back. Good. So we're going to work a little bit more into the muscles across the lower back. So keeping the tailbone down, in fact, feel that you can press your pubic bone down into your mat. Point your right foot, right toes, and lift the right leg away from the floor. Again, make sure you're not tightening into your neck and shoulders. Good. Hold this for, say, 5 breaths. And then release down. Just rest for a moment. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, pubic bone down. Point the toes. That's it. Try and get that leg as straight as you can. You don't need to lift the leg very high. In fact, I'd like you to keep both hips on the floor. Feel the fronts of the hips on the floor. Good. So 5 breaths here. And then come down. Release. Well done. That may be enough. If you've had, had issues and you feel your lower back is weak, then continue doing that, doing alternate legs. Otherwise, we can do both legs together. Take a breath in, breathe out. Try not to tense up the shoulders. That's it. And point your toes. Lovely. And you really are strengthening across, stabilizing across the lower back. This is lovely. Good. Keep breathing. Good. And release down. Well done. Just let go completely. So it's quite nice to also not forget about the upper back. I know that seems a bit weird, seeing we're talking about lower back, but it is important we actually do strengthen into the upper back as well. So we're just going to do baby cobra. So the way I like doing this is taking the hands either side of the chest, Forehead on the floor and bring the elbows in towards each other. The legs stay on the floor this time. The pubic bone rolls down. Take a breath in and just lift the heart away from the floor. And I want you to hover your hands. Good. And on top of that, breathe. Keep the chin tucked in. The crown of the head moves away from the sacrum. Keep the legs on the floor. Good. And lift the heart. Move the heart forward and up. Lovely. Keep breathing. And release down. Good. So you're using quite major muscle groups here to lift the heart away from the floor. Good. So again, you can do that a few times. It's really nice to strengthen into the upper back. We're going to move into what's called Salabhasana, which is locust pose. It's a great way of strengthening the whole of your back. So take the arms by your sides, forehead on the floor. Good. Remember to keep this lower back long. So it's really making sure the tailbone rolls down. The pubic bone presses down into the floor. Well done. Take a breath in. Lift the legs and lift the arms. Good. So we're kind of combining the last couple of poses we did. We're drawing the shoulder blades in towards each other. Chin is tucked in a little. That's lovely. And actually, again, you don't need to come back up too high. I want you to feel about length. Think about length through the spine. We don't want a sort of V shape, we want a nice shallow saucer shape. Good, well done. Take a breath in and slowly come down and just let go completely. Good, couple of deep breaths. If at all you get any compression in your lower back or any twinges, then please come down and go back to doing just the leg raises. Otherwise, we're going to do that locust pose one more time. Take a breath in, breathe out, draw the shoulder blades in, chin is tucked in, good. Pointing the toes, feeling, really working quite strongly into the back muscles. Well done. Take a breath in, and slowly come down, and rest. That's it, rest completely, come back into crocodile breath, breathing into the belly, really nice. Lovely, and then we just want to gently do a spinal traction just after that back bend. So take the hands either side of your chest, draw your belly in, come up gently onto all fours. Very gently, good. Now tuck the toes under and you're going to bring your hips back only about 45 degrees. Now walk your hands forward, lovely. Good, drawing the navel in, so you're not just sagging into the spine, chin is tucked in. Lovely. And then walk the hands a little further away. This is nice. And then feel the spine just drawing back. Lovely. And then come up onto all fours. Lovely. Coming into our cat-cow. We're going to do it slightly differently today because we're really focusing on the lower back. So inhale into your cow pose. And then exhale. Tuck the tailbone under and come back a third of the way. Come into cat and come into third of the way. That's it. So she's dropping her tailbone down, just coming back about a third of the way towards her heels. Lovely. Inhale, coming into cow pose again. Remember, keep that connection with the navel to the spine, shoulders back. Good. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, and she's going to come back 2/3 of the way. Good. Dropping that tailbone down. You may feel quite a lengthening through the lower back. Imagine you've got a bit of a weight pulling gently the tailbone down. Good. One more time. Inhaling, shoulders back. Good. Lovely. Heart moving forward. And this time she's going to bring her tailbone all the way down into child's pose, dropping that tailbone down. So you can have like Emmy's having her arms straight ahead. Sometimes it feels quite nice to have the fist, one on top of the other, with the forehead underneath the fists. No, above the fists. Good. Keep breathing. Breathing again into the lower back. So that's a lovely way of just finishing your practice by doing a few more of those, a few cat-cows, but coming down in thirds and feeling that lengthening in the lower back. Well done. So you can stay in child's pose for as long as you like, or if you want to come into Shavasana, just lying down.